Hello everybody, my name is Carlo Caleffi. I'm the director of a school, a vocational training center in San Lazzaro di Savena, close to Bologna in Italy. A school where we teach manual skills, so we have a course for plumbers and carpenters in specific. In the last weeks, I record videos, tutorial, and we received calls and interview from newspaper, from radio, also from television. Why? Because we had an idea. We invented a game which was appreciated so much by many people, and this game is the anti-COVID football. Why anti-COVID? As you know, in Europe, in all Europe and in Italy, a lot, we had restrictions. The virus is a big issue, and we are trying to facing as the best we can do. But in the schools especially, we had problems. The boys are suffering. We saw during the last month a lack of sociality. The boys really missed to stay together, to socialize, to share a place where they can have a normal relationship. For everybody, it's a problem, but for adolescents in specific, it's a big, huge problem. So we try to resolve a little bit this problem. We thought, my group, my staff, my team of teachers, what we can do. We come from the Salesian tradition, so the courtyard in our school is the very important place, the center of the education, where the boys meet with the teachers, we play together, we chat, we exchange ideas, and we try to build relationships that then are very useful for the didactic part. Our courtyard in the last month was really sad and silent. We were not used to that. So we thought that football, which is a beautiful game that allow the interaction among different culture, different religion, boys that come from different part of the world, football could be an international and transversal language that we didn't want to miss. But you know, the physical contact is not allowed. We have to respect rules. There are a lot of restrictions depending on the region in Italy, but by the way, very strict. So we thought that there was maybe a solution by transforming football in a different game. The challenge was to transform a little bit the game, but to keep it amusing and enjoyable, to invite people to play together. I mean, not just young people, but also the teachers, like me, for example. So let's have a look to the game. We closed in some way the players in restricted area, so they can't have physical contact. They have to keep a distance. There are 7 players against 7 players because our pitch is not very big, but I imagine depending on the measure of the pitch, you could transform and change a little bit the areas. By the way, after many attempts during the weeks, we choose this solution because the boys are already playing a lot, they enjoy, and we really saw that it's working. That's why we would like to share it. So we have the goalkeeper, 3 defenders that are free to move in this middle part of the pitch, but they can't go over the middle line, okay? They have to pass the ball to the 3 forward, 2 lateral and 1 central. They can obviously pass the ball among each other, between themselves. So the game is to try to score, avoiding the defenders of the other team, which can intercept, catch the ball, and do the same at the other part of the pitch. So we put some rule to give them the possibility to have an education to the team concept, to play together, to be really a team. For example, after 5 minutes, every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we exchange positions. So the defenders go in the forward areas and everybody can learn how to be in one different position of the pitch, which is very important. Another rule, they can't never and ever overpass the lines. It's yellow card. The second time, directly red card, and there are many boys that want to play, so it's not so difficult to have someone else that come into the pitch. Maybe 5 minutes out, and then they can return. But it's very important because this is the heart of the game. They cannot have any kind of contact. Okay. Another thing, another effect we didn't think, but we saw, is that this game allow boys that before didn't want to play a lot because, yeah, you know, the typical boys, the typical guys that say, okay, I don't like football because maybe they didn't like the physical contact. But in this case, they can play. And really, we saw that many guys are enjoying because, for example, in the defense part, they can slowly control the ball and move through the other areas, so the pressure is less. And this is very good to integrate people and to teach people to approach football. We think that this game could be played even after the COVID emergency because it's really educational. We are a vocational training center. What we do, we teach practical skills to our guys, to young people, and we help them to find a job and to have a good future. This idea is the Don Bosco idea, so it's the Salesian model. There are 133 countries in the world where Salesians go on with this model and carry on this idea of education. An education which is not just transferring knowledge, but is holistic education, integral education, to use the words of Don Bosco, which means educate mind, educate the heart, educate hands, means to allow young people to become citizens, to become educated people who are able to be critic, to use the mind, to use the heart. So in this way, we think that the value of sport and the rules and being together and sharing a place with rules is very high, much more than a game. That's why this is not just a game. It's much more. It's a little light in a dark moment for everybody. So we hope with this little idea to help people to recover a big smile, everybody, not just young people, and to have the possibility to socialize, to being together.